So I've got 4 games. I'm just going to be showing off the decks I'm going to use to get to Legend next month. First one's going to be Miracle Rogue. And I'll cut out all the parts of the opponent just not doing anything for the sake of the video. This guy doesn't really do much. He's just going to buff up a Leper Gnome for the first couple turns. Turn 3, I'm thinking about using a Deadly Poison, but I'm just going to use a SI7 instead. He's going to buff it. So I'm just going to Deadly Poison, combo that, and then attack into the Leper Gnome. Plays a Stormwind Knight. I'm going to attack into it with the SI7 and then Shadow Step it and replay the SI7 and then play my Edwin. I'm debating if I should conceal first or if I should conceal after, and I end up concealing after. I've got 6/6 Edwin, 3/3 SI7, and he's gonna Holy Smite his face for some reason. I'm going to ignore that Yeti with my minions. I'm just gonna buff up my weapon, Cold Blood by Edwin, and then attack the Yeti with my hero and attack the opponent with my Edwin and my SI. He's gonna heal himself and he's gonna kill my SI7 and then Holy Smite my Edwin. I'm just gonna hero power, play my Thalnos, and hope he doesn't have an answer. If he doesn't, I win. And there's the win. So that was a pretty quick game with Miracle Rogue. So now we're playing Face Hunter. It's going to be against presumably a Zoolock. I'm going to keep my hand. I'm thinking about Leper Gnome on 1, Knife Juggler on 2, and then Unleash the Hounds on 3. He's going to kill my Leper Gnome. I'm going to play my Knife Juggler. Depending on where this hit lands, I'm going to see if I have to Arcane Shot or not, and it hit face, so I don't. So I'm just going to Hero Power. He kills my Knife Juggler and activates his Amani, so I'm going to Arcane Shot that and then hit the face with the weapon. He puts a Voidwalker in the way, so I'm going to Unleash the Hounds and Hero Power, kill the Voidwalker. I could have used the Abusive there, but I chose not to. I used the weapon instead in order to get another Hero Power. Then you're going to hit Misha. You're going to Unleash the Hounds, and here I'm actually going to trade so that hopefully my Misha lives. He's going to Sunwalker. So I can pop that with one of the dogs, and I drew an Abusive so I can buff up the other dog and then attack with the Misha and Hero Power. So from here I'm pretty sure we've just won the game because it only takes 3 Hero Powers to win from here. But he's going to Sunwalker. So I'm just going to kill the Sunwalker and play a Worgen. He's going to kill my Worgen, but I'm going to get to Hero Power. So he's on 2. And I draw the kill command, so it doesn't matter. That's the game with Face Hunter. Now we're doing a standard ramp Druid. I've got 2 wild growths in my hand, so I'm going to keep both of them. Going to use one on turn 1 with the coin. I was thinking about it, if I should save it for turn 2 or not. I drew the Yeti, so I do think it would have been better to save it for turn 2, but too late now. Next turn, gonna pump out Ascension. And next turn, I'm probably gonna use the Force of Nature.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I was thinking about using the Force of Nature, but the Voidwalker is an awkward number to attack into, so I just play this Azure Drake instead. Now I'm going to Ancient of War. He made a 7/7, which is kind of scary. So he's going to heal it up, but it is still 4, so it's pretty clean to attack into as long as he doesn't buff it, which he doesn't. And I drew a Wrath, so I'm just going to Force of Nature and then attack into his board. And he should be out of fuel after this, and I have card advantage. I have Ancient of War to draw more. And he's going to attack his face for some reason with that Stormpike Commando. So I'm going to use the Azure Drake to spell power my Wrath, and then I'm just going to attack his face. I think, looking back on it, I should have innervated there to pump out a Chillwind Yeti, but I missed it at the time, and as it so turns out, he doesn't punish me for it, so who cares. So here I'm going to draw 2 cards. I was thinking about making a taunt, but I think we're far enough ahead that it doesn't matter. I was thinking about innervating out a Druid of the Claw, but I just Harvest Golem instead. He's going to play a bunch of minions, but I draw my Savage Roar here and I have a Force of Nature in hand, so that's the game with the Ramp Druid. For the final game, we're playing Handlock. This is probably the hardest deck of them all to play, in my opinion. Well, maybe this or Miracle Rogue. But it is a quite fun deck to play, and Warlock is my favorite class, so it's, I think that I'm relatively good at it. But it is hard to play against aggro, especially if they develop a board. So I was thinking about tossing that Azure Drake, but my game plan here is going to be to Earthen Ring on 3, Hellfire on 4 to clear, and then Azure Drake on 5. And at some point, I can hopefully get this Molten Giant in without dying. So far, he's just playing Zoo normally and making a board, which is exactly his plan. I'm gonna drop my Earthen Ring. He's gonna buff the Divine Shield, which is actually helpful to me because now I can Hellfire his entire board instead of just 3 out of 4 of them. So the Dark Iron Dwarf survives, of course, but he's gonna Hellfire his own guy here. And he's also going to put me below 10, so I can Molten Giant next turn for free. And looking back here, I'm going to use only 1 Sun Fury. You saw me think about using 2. I think the correct play here would have been to use 2 because I have 2 Power Overwhelmings and a Soulfire in hand, so even if he managed to find a way to clear one of them, I would have had another minion in play to buff. But it ultimately did not matter, as he could not even clear one of them, so I'm going to buff up my Sun Fury here, making sure to do the proper order, Soulfire last, and that's the game of Handlock. So I'm going to use all these decks. I'm going to make some videos of me going to Legend as fast as I can next month, and yeah, so just look forward for that.